The second week of my renewal leave, I spent in and around Scottsdale, Arizona. You might ask, why Arizona? Well, nothing terribly clear except for the fall months, anticipating renewal, talking with the SPRC. I had this vision of a desert landscape that included a saguaro cactus. And so when I was thinking about where I might go, I had Arizona and New Mexico at the top of my list. And my dad was generous to share some timeshare time with me and booked me a place in Scottsdale. And so the next question for me is, what is it that makes this week spiritual renewal and not just vacation time in the sun and getting vitamin D therapy? And honestly, you could frame it as vacation. I've gone swimming, I've gone shopping, I've eaten out, I've gone walking, I've gone hiking, which took me to this beautiful location. And for me, the spiritual part is an attunement and a receptivity, really looking to commune with God, to talk with God, and to listen for what God is doing. And one example is I had that vision of the desert scape, not knowing where exactly I might be, and exploring several with hikes and exploration and falling in love with all of the different varieties of cactus while I've been out here. And so when I went on this hike, I was listening to my audiobook, which I was listening to in the car on my hour-long drive earlier. And then I thought, oh, I can't listen for God very well if I'm listening to an audiobook. So I stopped the book and put away my headphones and then just started walking. And in many ways, it's just a hike. And in other ways, I've been taking a ton of pictures of this cactus and that cactus and this flower and this wildflower and these rocks and those mountains because it's glorious. And part of what makes it glorious is that I'm receptive to it, right? Like I'm paying attention for the beauty that's around me. And we can do that any day, anytime, anywhere. Clearly I'm having allergy issues. And I think when we are particularly keen on listening to God, we are more likely to hear from God. Now, I still don't have some strong epiphany moment. I didn't have that awakening here on this mountain yet, but I wanted us to understand, like, what is it that makes it spiritual retreat? What is it that defines that time? And it doesn't have to be away in a different state or a different city. It can be anywhere we are, where we open ourselves to, what is it that you want to say to me, God? What is it that you're trying to speak into my life? And trying to listen and be attentive to who and what is in our place. I'm mindful that God may speak to me through a person-to-person interaction. So I try to keep my head up. I try to smile. I try to pay attention and not just stick my earbuds in and not pay attention, because you never quite know where or how God might be speaking. Take care, friends.